In this demonstration, I would like to show you an example for the Divisible Room project, how you can manipulate with available sources, and in the case when you build or remove partition. So as you can see, when we build partition, this room divided the sources, they moved to the rest of the rooms. If we build the second partition, each source available for the own. So now how it was made actually. So first of all, we utilize data sources. So the data sources, it's pretty simple format. So it explains the name of data sources and what room is the source is connected to. So on the second, what we doing, we also have the partition variables, which we can get information about this partition from the external control system. In our case, it might be any available connector, either Crestron, IMX, Node-RED, MQT, whatever. Yeah. So when we receive or when this variable is gonna be changed, we gonna trigger so as a function. So in here we have a side effects which actually execute available source function. So now let's go to look at the function itself. So the function is pretty simple function. So just for understanding, we have as parameter, we feed the original the data source, which gonna be this function gonna read both variables. The state depends on the state. We just determine the zone map, and after that we return depends on what source is where, we return back the source in the modified the JSON file. So next I would like to show you again data source here, how we connect the function. In the function, as you can see, we have modified functions and we selected available sources. So now when we go, what else do we have here? So global containers, it's just a functionality. We have two subpages, which I'm gonna show you a little bit later how we work with them. So one subpage is nested to the main page, and the second subpage nested to the room page. So room to the main page and sub source to the room. I'm gonna open in editor. So as you can see, I have a few elements here. So actually what I add to this page is sub page. This sub page selected a sub page room. So now when we select the subpage room, we see the header for the room itself, and inside of this subpage we have another subpage list. This subpage is actually dynamic. So dynamic, it means that we read a data source and represent data here. What very important for this? So we have a parameter, it's a room ID. So for default value, we set up like room A just for the presentation, and it's more convenient. Otherwise, we will get an empty list. So now, when we select this subpage list, we can see what actually connected to the data source. So now, when I press the edit, you see I selected the data source. Then I selected the array, main array, which show and give us the array which we gonna use in our list. After we select this array, so we select actually a room and equal this to the room ID, just to show how it works. So I even gonna remove totally everything. So as you can see, we have the source, Now I'm gonna select the value. So we have the array of 5, and if you remember our data source, so this is our values what we have there. So I selected array, but this array represents the list of all rooms. So now I have to add the filter. Now I'm gonna add this filter and filter by rooms. So I selected the property room, and then I'm gonna select the equal, and this equal to parameter which we already have on the page to the room ID. With default value, you remember we have an A. So now after I apply filter, it's gonna be filtered by the elements which we have in array. Okay, so here you go, we have two elements here. So after we press the save, after that we should feed this data which we get from the data source to the another subpage which connected to the subpage list. So what do I mean? I have the parameter, what actually I feed there a source name as a string. As you can see, we have a laptop A and PC A. Now I opening as subpage, child subpage, and here, as you can see, we have the source name parameter, and with default value no name, just for our convenience. So now when we select the button and open the content, so we see we add here the parameter. So you remember how we add parameter, we select parameter and we select the source name, save, boom, all is here. So now again, what is going on here? Oh, also I add this two buttons with the partitions. These buttons, it's a simulation, so I connected action to manipulate with the local variable. So now I just flip, I toggle the current value, but instead of toggle local variable, what you can do, you can connect any other available for you connectors, Crestron, MQTT, whatever socket. Yeah, so you can send the command, and after you receive feedback from the control system, you remember how we handle this. So here we connect the external settler. So here how we connect the value from the external data source. I don't have anything here to show, but anyway, so you hopefully you get this idea. So move forward. Now, how I change, let's switch to preview. How I change, you see, so I change the value, and now how I change the view, how it looks like. I utilize here the button modes, which I have like a default, it's always present. And second, I created just an open. So now when I let's select it, will be like this. So in editor view, so now when I select the open, you see the view is changing. So now I can change the content, view, colors, everything from this. And I do change depends on the local variable, what I actually get from here. So, and now I have two buttons. One button take from variable partition P1 open, and second one from partition P2. I hope everything is makes sense, and if any questions, okay, just ask. I will be glad to answer them. Thank you.